Hi, my name is Sagalatini, and this is my team. That is Jelson, Brian, and Ali. We will be sharing with you guys an app that we are working on developing. The app is called Beauti, and what it does is it connects beauticians, all sorts of beauticians, to their customer base, and it gives them a platform to market themselves as well. So here's a quick commercial that we shot showing some of the issues we have with this app.
Do you guys know the dialogue for this? Can you talk it through? Well, why not just do it live?
Okay. Oh, like do the skit live?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we just explain it?
Or you can explain what you're saying up on the screen.
So basically here we have a customer that set an appointment and he did a no-call, no-show. After receiving several calls, he did not respond back to his beautician. Thank God this other customer came 30 minutes early and was able to fill that time slot. He then shared this app called Beauti with the beautician, talking about how you can set up your schedule on the Beauti app, and you can also deal with customer cancellations there. So customers get notified 24 hours prior to their appointments or reminders, and are also charged a cancellation fee to if they cancel, like, let's say 2 hours before a no call, no show. To compensate for that lost time.
So the reason that's so important is because time is this invaluable resource that everyone has. Imagine spending a lot of time building up this skill and, you know, making money off of it and stuff, and then you know, make an appointment with someone and they don't show up. So you lost your time, or on the customer end, you spend all this time looking for a person that can, you know, do your hair exactly how you need it on a really important day, like, you know, a birthday or a wedding, and then they mess it up, and that's time that you lost. And we had all of that in mind while we were building this business and this app. So in order to, like, make sure that we were the standard for that, you know, and making sure we were saving people time, we had kept that in mind when we were building the interface.
So the Beauti app is something like Uber and Lyft. So what it does is it allows you to find location-based services. So if you're in the greater Seattle area, you can find, let's say, a hairdresser that's closest to you. Or you can look through a series of them based on what you find in that area, or search for certain keywords, or even a name if you do know a certain person that you're looking for. It's not limited to just hair either. It's nail techs, lash techs, and anything in the skincare kind of self-care area. It allows these beauticians to access their customer base as well, to market themselves, scheduling, and it provides reliable recommendations to customers. So all the people that we expect to have on there are people that have established themselves, whether it's through how many years they've been providing service, or, you know, how big their own customer base is. Because a lot of these customers, a lot of these beauticians, they work through social media. So they engage with their customers, they create their schedules using social media, they use apps like Venmo and Cash App to receive payments or, you know, assign any fees. And so when you're working with like 5 different apps wanting to just conduct one business, it gets really tough. And so for customers as well, it's hard to keep beauticians accountable when they don't do a great job or something goes wrong. So here they can rate each other. Beauticians can get rated, and they can rate customers as well.
So we have like a little demonstration for you guys. You play with that actual app.
very well.
So you guys can interact with the prototype of the app and see what it would be like to search for petitions.
And so the sidebar here lets you look at, you know, your own profile, and it lets you go through your scheduled appointments. And if you have a bug or something, report it, and it's kind of
That wasn't bad. We need to software test this. Are there reviews?
Yeah, so
Will there be reviews?
there will be reviews that you can look at individual reviews soon.
Will the reviews be for just the customer or both the beautician and the customer?
It's going to go both ends. So if you are a beautician and you want to know if a customer has canceled or has a history of canceling, you can refuse their appointment. That's what a part of this is. You can request the appointment, and then you don't have that like guaranteed. So basically, like, you make that request, and if the beautician decides that they don't want to serve you, that's an option that they have. So that's, that's part of it.
So basically, they can have their schedule reflect what their current schedule is. So if there's an open time slot, it'll be reflected on that schedule. Customers can interact with that and say, "This is the open time slot. I'd like to, you know, be filling that." And so some of the industry needs that we're hoping to fix are some of the things that we already talked about. It can be whether you went to get your nails done and the facility wasn't as great or as clean as you'd like it to be. Those are some issues that you can report or you can avoid using this app because of that, because of the ratings that you get to access just using the app. And cancellations without notice, hassle finding the right beauty service provider. So while using the app, you see the ratings and you can kind of judge based on previous customers that have left reviews and the ratings that they have based on their stars as well to better choose that beautician.
So why this is marketable? So here's the list of opportunities that we saw that our app can provide. So it provides beauty industry specialists with a customer base. So just like what they said, it's a platform where beauty specialists where they can market themselves to like a customer base, and then it's an easy way booking and paying for services. So yeah, like before, you can assign an appointment to a specific beauty specialist, and then you can cancel, and then you can also pay using like third-party payment method like PayPal and stuff. And then it provides customer with credible specialists, and then provides quality service and foster trust. So the last one, it can be the result of like the reviews and stuff that the app provides. And our target market is millennials, since they're the one who needs beauty care more than any other generations. And then also Gen X and baby boomers. And then people who use internet to find beauty technician, like because everything is online now, right? The IoT, Internet of Things. You can search everything in the internet. And we saw this as an opportunity to make this app. Yeah, and then our current advantage is since as of now, there's no app that can provide what we provide in like the Seattle market.
All right. So this is how we're going to execute our marketing plan. So we're basically going to start with a commercial, small commercial, and demonstrating the negative aspects, like my partner said. Often these beauty care specialists, they often advertise on Instagram, Facebook. For the most part, no one usually uses Facebook for professional reasons, like talking to your doctor, things like that. No one uses Facebook for that. And Instagram is the most popular option for these beauticians to advertise their services. Obviously, it's a photo sharing application, so they can upload, as much times their work that they completed, whether it's their, their nails or their skin products that they use or the hairstyles that they complete. So basically, our app basically offers, the calendar option, the reviews, payment through our app, because, like again, other options use Venmo, Cash App, and we'll all provide that as well. And as far as locations, we're going to be starting off in the greater Seattle area. We're going to be going as east as Bellevue, south as Kent, and probably as north as Northgate, because that's pretty much where most of the population's at. We're not currently aiming towards smaller cities such as Puyallup and Everett. And then for technology, we're basically using the location-based services that the phones offer when signing up for an app. So basically what the location-based services offer is they monitor the cell phone's location, and through our app, there's an option for a map, and when the location services turn on, you can see other beauticians and other customers that are near you. So if you wanted a beautician that's really close to you, that option's there for you. And then for equipment and tools, we're going to be basically using Adobe XD, which is what we use to program the apps for you guys to use. And then we're basically going to start coding Swift for the Apple-based products such as iPad and iPhone. And then we're going to be using Python to program the app in Android products.
So what we did was we had a hard time trying to figure out what our return on income would be. And so we sent out a sample survey to about 6 beauticians. They do henna, nails, hair, makeup, and a few other things. And what we did was we asked them how much customers they get per weekly, and as well as like what services they provide and the fees that they charge to kind of generate how we could make income off of them. So we found 2 ways to make income. On the customer end, we decided we'd charge a fee of $3, just a transactional fee for every transaction that they have. And on the beautician end, 3% of income made. So let's say you came in for a service, you paid $100, we would take about 3% off that $100 from the beautician. And here what we did was we took the same income that was calculated, and we put the amount of income that we could generate from it, just in terms of our profit. And so here we have the service fee assigned, and we made close to about $500 just from one beautician, 1 week. And then on the pink side, you have the transactional fee. So we made about $200 from just one beautician on that week. And then we multiplied it to be monthly and yearly income. So just from those 6, we made close to $18,000 on just the service fee in 1 year. And then on the next page, we will try to get the math going. So this is a little bit of work, and so bear with me. What we found was that there was no exact number of beauticians in the greater Seattle area, so we generated some numbers. So on the BLS.gov website that handles all the registered beauticians and estheticians, we found that there was this many hairdressers, manicurists, and all that. The total number was about 16,720. What we did was we put a base number of, let's say, each client, right? So that if there's 60,000 in Washington, that's where we hope to grow in the near future, starting just with the greater Seattle area now. If we were to assume that each beautician was to have 10 customers weekly and charge them each $10 for that one service, that's about $100 on each, right? So we assign the service fees, and in one week from that number, that's the projected income that we would get. But that's just reaching for now because that's the greater Seattle area. Our main job was to find out how many beauticians were in the greater Seattle area, and we had to use that number of hairdressers and the total number of population in Washington and break it down. So we got a very low number, so it's a very humble number right now, of about approximately, assuming 1,374 beauticians just in the greater Seattle area. And we did the math for the service fees assigned. We same numbers. So each beautician has 10 customers, so 10 services were provided for $10 each. So they generated each 100 a week. So if using those numbers, we projected that if we assign services based on that just 1 week, we can make $4,122 just from service fees alone, and that's on the customer end, and about 41,000 transaction fees from the beautician end. So we could stand to profit about $2 million yearly just on that first year with those humble numbers and just that one minimal service with minimal fees. And so this is some of the competitions that, or competition that we found. Some of these apps do a little bit of what we do. So Glam only does blowouts, so they only work with hair and they only do one hairstyle. And so does Dry Bar. So it doesn't do much for the community. Washington is a makeup-only app. Style Seat, although it does a few things, it does skincare, it does makeup, and it allows you to connect with other beauticians, not nail techs or lash techs or any eyebrow stuff. But it had about 115 complaints just within the last 3 years. So, and a lot of those went unresolved. So, and we're gearing to provide quality service and with our beauticians, as well as just ease of that transition between finding a beautician, scheduling appointments, and making payments. So some of our constraints are we will have to work hard to create that customer base and market ourselves to the high tier beauticians. And in order to do that, we retained a lot of, so the $250,000 loan that we started off with, we saved a lot of it to market to those beauticians. I mean, there's makeup artists that have about 200,000 followers. That is a customer base in itself, right? So we will work to generate our own customers as well, but market ourselves to them and incentivize them to work with us. Because with those numbers comes quality and, you know, verifiable work, as well as long-term service, name that's known, as well as funding a large amount of money to fund our project, which is what we're doing here. And we also don't have a customer service team, so if our app was to not launch, we don't have a team on site to help fix bugs, things like that. So here's a breakdown of our financial needs. On the app development aspect, it costs us about $90,000 just developing our app distribution fees, Apple Store $99 a year, Google to make sure we have it on the iOS and Android service. Service about 400, so in total it was about 150. It was 90,825. So we had a large chunk of our original investment left. So we put about 100,000 towards marketing, to, like I explained in the last slide, and then towards customer service we put the rest, 59,175. Our asking price is 500,000 with 5% equity. So that will be the app, and let's see if we be accessible to everyone. So, and giving credit to Baruch for creating our logo design. He did a fantastic job, Baruch.
Oh, okay. I have lots of questions. How does Yelp compare? Does Yelp have? Don't they have similar service?
Yes, they do, but Yelp is not connected with every beautician. A lot of them are like, they don't have storefronts and they're not working straight out of the business. So they go either to their customers or they do it from their home. And they also don't allow the companies to market themselves. So here we'd be able to, like you said, Instagram is used to just draw pictures, right? But you can't schedule, it's hard to go through your DMs and find all that. Here it's like, yes, you can use this as a platform and put pictures of your professional work and share it with your customer base. And you can also have your calendar there. So with Yelp, you can't just go in and say, hey, I want this person, what time are they available? Can I have access to their schedule? Or whatever access they're willing to give me. So, like, let's say a beautician is available 2 days a week, we want to see that on the schedule.
Right. And so is your plan to connect with all 16,000 beauticians in the Washington State area?
No, long term maybe, as much as we can. Like I said, it's all about the quality. So those that do provide quality service and that do share those values that we have as a company, we definitely
So how do you plan to connect to the, I think you said it was like 1,300.
The 1,300. A lot of it is social media. So having our own social media presence, because that's where they generate their income and their customer base from, and as well as onboarding our own customers. So while we have those customers available, they would like to come too, because we don't want to have one platform to, market themselves, create that schedule, reach out to customers, and also get paid and not miss out on them.
More questions about Alexa?
So I have a quick question, starting from your first slide. Who is your target audience?
So our target audience is actually a little broader. It's anyone that basically.
And actually, I'm going to stop you. Can I have someone else answer that?
Yeah, for the most part, it's going to be millennials for the most part. I mean, millennials are obviously the one thing to be used to the technology more. We'd also consider baby boomers, but as we know, baby boomers aren't so adapted to the technology. And Gen X, they're still going to be a little bit too young, but once they get to that 18-year-old age requirement that we require for our app, they will be also considered for the app.
So I'm going to push back a little bit. Here's the first thing I'm going to say. So marketing is powerful, right? And before I ever click into your site, I love this image. I actually would love this as a screensaver. Before I ever click in to read anything about what you have written about, I think this is great. I actually use all these with my nutrition. Images are powerful, and they are signals to customers about who the product represents or doesn't. And so when I see this, what I see myself, and that I'm male identifying or transgender, do I see myself in this image that I'm curious to go click more into what you have to say about your product? And so one thing I would think about is this the right image for what I am trying to convey? Also maybe some myths around millennials, baby boomers, like those are on the very opposite ends, entering workforce, exiting workforce, and then everybody in between. And so I would challenge you around your market research to actually look at the data relative to usage of technology. Actually, baby boomers, they are finding, have higher rates of usage, and part of that is connecting to grandchildren as a way to engage. So I think there might be some misinformation about who is potentially a customer base and perceptions about how they use technology.
Me personally, I have some concerns with where this 500,000 will be going towards, considering you have spent 100,000 on marketing alone, but you only plan on getting 1,300 beauticians involved.
How many do you have already?
Yeah, that as well.
I mean, we use the money to launch our, using that $250,000.